Oh, hey everybody. Happy Wednesday. So the book I'm going to talk about today is Why Are So Many Minority Students in Special Education? Understanding Race and Disability in Schools by Beth and Janette Klingner. Alright. This book we had to read for the class Education 250, which, again, I spoke in my last video, that's Introduction to Special Education. Overall, I give the book a 3 out of 5. So the book basically explores why Hispanic and Black students are being shoved into special ed classrooms when sometimes they don't have the problems that they're being classified as. I'm trying to think of an example. So some of the chapters, there's one chapter that talks about classroom management and how it really depends on the teacher and how they control their children to how well a class can learn. They give an example of a teacher who is very on top of the class, and she controls them, she educates them, they behave perfectly, and literally half an hour later they go to their special, which is music, and the music teacher cannot keep them still. So obviously the same kids do have the capacity to sit still and learn a lesson, but it's all about how well the teacher is controlling them that determines how much they're going to learn in the time that they're in school. Each chapter contains anecdotes and explanations. These anecdotes explain what the researchers believe and why they believe it. It also supports a lot of the main concepts in this book. While this may seem like a really, really good review, the reason I gave it a 3 out of 5 is because if you're taking this class, you've probably either taken education classes in the past or you have an interest in education. And if you do, then you'll know why minority students are in special education. Also, you can really just read the back and know what's going to be in the book, because there's only so many reasons that minority students are being overclassified and shoved into special ed. You can skim through the chapters. You don't really have to read the book to get the main concept, which is not that great of quality when you have how many pages is this? Over 180 pages that you have to read for class. Also, the book was incredibly expensive. This book cost me $30. I looked on Amazon.com and there was no used copy. It's not a very popular book. The bookstore was trying to sell it to me for $48. So it's not really worth the money. I didn't have to read it to get the concepts, and I'm sure that the buyback price is not going to, be worth the effort. However, if you are interested in learning more about why, like the specific stories to why minority students are being shoved into special ed, then I do recommend you read the book. Because I did enjoy the book. I'm an education nerd. I want to be a teacher, so for me this was really interesting. For someone who just wants to get through the course, I wouldn't recommend reading the book. You can read the back, you can read the beginning of the chapters, you could really just read the titles of the chapters, as well as like each chapter has sections, like I can't say, like bold titles. You can really just read those and get the main points. So that's it for this week. I know I've done 2 education books for the first 2 books that I'm reviewing, but next week I'm going to review an English book. And here it is, Waiting for the Barbarians. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next week. Bye!